In a quiet village surrounded by
Bangwe
tall maize
story
fields and
by
dusty
Wayne
footpaths,
Bangwe.
lived an old woman named Jenipher Mwansa and her husband, Bangwe. Their home was simple, a small mud house with a thatched roof. But inside, it lived two hearts full of courage. Jenipher was known in the village for her hard-working spirit. Every morning before sunrise, she would light the fire and begin preparing sorghum and maize for brewing traditional beer. Boston would fetch water from the stream, his steps slow but steady, humming old village songs as he carried the heavy buckets home. Life had not given them comfort, but it had given them responsibility. They had children, bright, hopeful children who loved school. But school required money. Uniforms, books, shoes, and fees that seemed to rise every term. One evening, as they sat outside watching the sun disappear behind the hills, Boston spoke softly. "Jenipher, we did not have the chance to finish school, but our children must." Jenipher nodded. "Even if it means brewing every day until our hands grow tired." And so they began. They brewed traditional beer not for luxury, not for pleasure, but for purpose. Villagers would gather in their yard under a large tree, buying calabashes of the thick, warm brew. Some people whispered, some laughed, but Jenipher never felt ashamed. "This is honest work," she would say proudly. "It feeds our dream." Through dry seasons and rainy seasons, through sickness and exhaustion, they never stopped. Some nights they counted small coins under the light of a candle, carefully putting aside every kwacha for school fees. Slowly, the years passed. Their first child completed secondary school. The second entered college. The third trained as a teacher. Another became a nurse. The youngest went to university. Every graduation ceremony was a victory brewed from sacrifice. When the last child finally graduated, they all returned to the village dressed in suits and beautiful dresses. They stood in front of their old parents, tears shining in their eyes. "Mama Jenipher, Papa Boston," the eldest said, "you did not just brew beer. You brewed our future." The children built them a stronger house with iron sheets. They made sure their parents rested after many years of hard work. But sometimes, Jenipher would still sit near the old brewing drum, touching it gently. Boston would smile and say, "That drum is our trophy." And in the village, their story became proof that no honest work is too small when it is done for a big dream. Because through patience, sacrifice, and love, Jenipher Mwansa and Bangwe turned traditional brew into education, and education into a brighter tomorrow.